What is everyone, and welcome back to another video. In this video, I want to go over how to create this really cool zoom repeater effect in Final Cut Pro 10. As you can see right here, this is what the effect looks like right here. You basically have a whole bunch of like helmets stacked onto each other right here, and then as you can see right here, I'll kind of have the animation going, or trying to go. As you can see right there, you create this really cool kind of zoom effect right here. So there's multiple different cutouts right here. It definitely creates a really cool effect. This probably isn't probably the best example, but I kind of just want to go over the basics of how to create this really cool infinite or like zoom repeater effect in Final Cut Pro 10. So I'm going to head over to the example right here and kind of go over the basics of how to create this effect. Now the first thing you want to do is you want to create a freeze frame right here. So I'll go ahead and click on Command R, and as you can see right here, this entire thing is a freeze frame that lasts for 2.01 seconds right here. So if I just play it right here, absolutely nothing happens. It's a complete freeze frame that holds for 2 seconds right here. Now what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and take a draw mask and basically cut out the portion that you want to cut out basically. That's kind of simple as that. So I'm going to basically cut out this Green Bay logo right here. So go ahead and select it right here. Obviously this is a atrocious selection, but I kind of go over the basics. So after you cut out the object, go ahead and click on invert mask right here, and we can just increase the feathering to 10%, just to 10 right now, just to kind of go over the basics of how to create it. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and basically hold down Option and create a copy. Now the copy below it right here, I'm going to go ahead and just change it, I don't know, to like 150 right here, and then I'm going to click on the transform tool right here, and I'm going to move it right about here. So you can see right there. There we go. That's the first layer right here. Then we'll go ahead and hold down Option again right here, and then go to the bottom layer right here, and let's type in 100 right here. Obviously you want a lot more. I'll break down the original video right here, or after I'm done with this one right here. Let's kind of go over the example, and let's go ahead and just create one more copy right here, and let's turn this down all the way to 60 for example. So basically what you can do, and basically what you're doing right here, and there you go. That's pretty much how you create the effect. So it's just 4 layers. The top one is this main layer right here, then you create one below it, create a little bit smaller, create a little bit smaller, and then create a little bit smaller right here, and there you go. As you can see right here, I'll go ahead and there you go. See, the bottom layer is this layer right here, and you just keep on doing this and adjust the scale until you have the look that you want right here or right there. Now you're gonna do is you want to select all the clips right here, go ahead, click on a new compound clip. Now this effect is popular in After Effects, and it's much easier to do in After Effects because you use like a 3D camera. So I kind of came with the idea, what if I kind of use a compound clip and then basically had keyframing act like the 3D camera. So what you're going to do is you can go ahead, click on keyframe scale, keyframe position, then we're going to go to the end of the compound clip right here, and we're just going to increase the scale right here. It's not going to be perfect, but let's kind of go over the basics right there. Let's just say obviously it's not perfectly centered. You could adjust the position until you get the look that you want, but I just want to kind of go over the basics right here. So as you can see right here, let's play the effect right here, and there you go. You have created this really cool infinite or zoom repeater effect right here. That's pretty much the basics of how to create the effect, and of course you can obviously adjust the mask, adjust the feathering more, and adjust position and scale a lot more, but there you go. That's pretty much how you create the basics of the effect right here. It's pretty much just as simple as that. So I'm going to go over here to the zoom repeater right here. As you can see right here, I'll click on the compound clip. Obviously this looks a lot better because I spent more time with masking right here. So let's go ahead and just disable this clip right here. As you can see right here, here is the main clip right here, the top clip, and then you just keep creating copies below it. You want to make sure all the copies are below the top clip right here, and then you of course adjust the position, you adjust the scale, and then that's literally pretty much how you create the effect right here. And once all those are kind of in position, you can create it right here, and of course you can obviously adjust the position to your liking. Go ahead again, create a compound clip, and all you're doing next is you're keyframing the position scale. Now I actually held it for about 10 frames without it starting to zoom in. I kind of wanted to wait a little before it zoomed in because it zoomed in a little too fast. But as you can see right here, let's go ahead and click on it right here. The scale and the position are keyframed right here. And now let's go, you can watch the position scale. Let's go frame by frame right here, and there you go. Now we're zooming all the way in to the next video right here, and voila, there you go. You pretty much created the effect. It's definitely a really cool effect. Also, I encourage you to add directional blur or some sort of motion blur to help it look a lot more realistic, but that's pretty much the effect right here. It's definitely a really cool effect. It's probably the only way you could really create the effect. You don't have to use a compound clip, but it'd be a lot more difficult to have all of them kind of move at the same speed. Now, of course, you may not want them to all move at the same speed. That, of course, is a personal preference. I personally like this effect. Again, this is probably not the best example for this effect because it's like all yellow, so it's kind of hard to tell that they're kind of repeating or copies of each other right here. But that's pretty much it. Top layer, go ahead, keep creating as many copies as you want, adjust the position so you create this really cool zoom effect. I personally like it. I know it's a very popular effect, like I said before, in After Effects, but there you go, you can create it just in Final Cut Pro 10, or you can use the same principles as this in Premiere Pro, whatever editing software you use. You're probably using Final Cut if you're watching this video, but the principles can be used to any single video editing software, and of course you can add your own spin, your own twist on it. I personally like it. I really like it. You can of course add a whole bunch of different adjustments to it. You could actually have it zoom out instead of zoom in. That of course is all up to you. But that's literally it. That's everything inside the compound clip. Go ahead and just animate the compound clip right there, and there you go. That's pretty much the effect. It's as simple as that. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, and hopefully you found it somewhat informative, and hopefully you can go ahead and kind of use this effect. It's probably not the most practical effect, but nevertheless it's a really cool effect. Anyways, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you found it helpful and informative. If you're new to this channel, I upload Final Cut Pro 10 tutorials every day at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you enjoy these types of videos, consider hitting that subscribe button. Also, a Final Cut Pro 10 tutorial playlist with over 160 Final Cut Pro 10 tutorials. See you in the next one. Peace.